terms of character creation, a lot of people want to look like Anubis. That is a fan favorite.
That concept art is amazing.
All of the concept art has been incredible. I'm a fangirl.
Banana Milk says, what kind of hybrid will you guys play when the game comes out?
You'll be able to create and customize a character from different DNA strains of clones that are already in the world. And every clone is pretty much built with a specific purpose. But of course, you're not tied down to that.
You have no idea how I've been picking my brain for the past few years because I still don't know. I don't know.
Yep.
I think ever since I've watched The Witcher, I know what I want. I want a wolf.
I don't think they'll have wolves. When they mentioned what they would have, they did include dogs at least. So there's probably a way to tweak that.
Or tiger. There was a BGE2 image of a tiger. I think he looked so badass.
The most difficult thing for me would be picking between human and hybrid. Both of them look amazing.
BGE2 is just kind of very exciting just based on the amount of different ethnicities that probably will be included in the game. It feels very inclusive. Just kind of really excited about this possible prospect of maybe through content updates getting different types of new hybrids to play with. Imagine, for instance, getting a red panda hybrid to play with.
Oh yes, no, I want that.
Joe has a desire for abilities for animal hybrid, like insects having poison and sensory detection, for example. That would be really cool.
Legendary characters are those that you will meet and recruit. Hybrids will have nuanced personalities, but they will also be used based on the abilities carried on through DNA.
There was some really cool comments about people who wanted to make sure that we gave sharks appropriate treatment as opposed to just considering them as, the traditional dead-eyed, really dark, evil Jaws type character. We had a long discussion about that because we wanted to make sure that, they get a fair deal too. So maybe the corporations will use them like attack dogs, and they're scary. I mean, naturally scary animals, but then you'll see them as a pirate when they're freed, and then they could be their own freewheeling, rock and roll selves.
That would be super cool. I really hope that we'll be getting a lot of height differences in characters. I think that you can see it in concept art. I don't know if it'll actually be part of the game, but I feel like in so many video games, all the characters are kind of the same height. And I would think it's so cool because I love playing like stealthy characters with like shitty attitudes. And I always love it. I always want them to be small. Like I'm a small person and I like having a small little character. And I hope that the pandas are like really big and then maybe a red panda would be like this kind of small.
Yeah, definitely a visible difference between hybrids and humans. But yeah, I would wonder how much of a difference there'll be between just hybrids amongst themselves.
I can imagine that's one of the reasons why development is taking longer than some people would like, because something like that adds so many different types of animals as playable characters in the game. It's a nice idea, but I can only imagine it's an absolute nightmare to actually develop for. They all have to have like separate animations, they all have to have separate rigs. So if they don't have separate clothing items, then they have to create a system which can, which can make the clothes kind of scale to the different type of characters and such. Yeah, so that's like such an ambitious undertaking.
And JDP says also BGE2 will definitely get modded by the community to add new things that would make some things better in terms of customization. That would be interesting to see what people create.
Curious, like modding wise, how much is feasible if it's, for example, an always online game? Because I'm not that like deep into modding, but I know like those type of games tend to be a bit harder with like the licensing and like the terms of agreement as well.
I have no opinion on the matter, but I'm sure mods will happen. They find a way.